El sol cayó, la luna se alza y con ella llegan los mejores sonidos del mundo. Tus sentidos se despiertan y tus oídos solo quieren rock. Esto es Rockline.
Ok, gente de Rockline, estamos aquí en una entrevista muy especial con nadie más y nadie menos que una de las cantantes, a mi parecer y al parecer de muchos alrededor del mundo, una de las mejores cantantes europeas, Gabriela Gunčíková, está hoy con nosotros. Gabriela, welcome to Rockline.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Okay, let's start this interview. Gabriela, how was your love for singing rock metal born, and what were your main influences?
So I am originally from Czech Republic, and I live in London and in the United States. But I mean, the love for singing, I was growing up listening to rock and metal music because my dad is a guitar player. He's actually an Iron Maiden tribute band. So very early on, since childhood, I was very close to rock and metal music because we would be listening to it in the car and in our home. I even remember being 5-year-old, 6-year-old, sitting in a guitar case and my dad taking me to the rehearsals. And I would watch the band playing. I was like, wow, like my dad is really cool. Like one day I actually want to be a musician. And so back then I didn't really think of, specifically if I'm going to become a singer or a guitar player. And my dad would guide me through my childhood also, because he would encourage me to play instruments. So one day he would come to me and say, hey, do you want to play the piano or guitar? And I said, I don't want to play anything. He was like, no, guitar or piano. So I chose guitar and I played 7 years classical guitar. And then around 12, 13 years old, it was the first time I noticed that I'm having actually a passion for singing. And it was born, of course, back then, when I was 12 years old, I still was kind of playing with the genres. I didn't really know if I want to be a pop singer, soul singer, jazz singer. And then one day I got a hold of Number of the Beast album from Iron Maiden. And it was decided, that was decided because the first time I heard Bruce's voice and the heavy metal, it changed my life forever. And it was back then when I decided like, wow, like if I want to be, I don't know if this is possible. I don't know if it is possible to be a woman and have a very heavy sound like that. But wow, like this voice and this music gives me so much pleasure and chills at the same time, that if it would be ever possible, this is how I would love to sing, one day. So that's just very, the summary of my history and my love for rock and metal music and singing.
Ok, bueno, ella nos está diciendo que sus inicios, la pregunta era cómo fueron sus inicios como cantante, qué la motivó a cantar rock metal, y me dice pues que bueno, que ella es original de la República Checa y pues ha estado en Londres. Ya vamos a hablar un poco de dónde se encuentra ahora, pero nos dice que fue a través de su padre. Su padre es guitarrista y tiene una banda de tributo a Iron Maiden, quien comenzó a influenciarla por este cuento del rock metal, escuchando música en el carro, en la casa, en todas partes, escuchando las grandes bandas del género. Y bueno, le dijo en algún momento que se decidiera con la música, y en principio fue con instrumento, que ella eligió la guitarra. Y bueno, después vendría ya la parte de llegar al high school, al colegio. Y bueno, allí cuando escuchó Iron Maiden, su primer álbum, y escuchó la voz de Bruce Dickinson, fue cuando dijo, hey, aquí es el momento para decidirme a cantar. En un principio, pues le pareció difícil llegar a una mujer cantar como Bruce Dickinson, pero bueno, por ahí fue el comienzo de Gabriela en este cuento del rock metal. Ok, Gabriela, I followed your career since your participation in Eurovision in 2016. Mm-hmm. Tell us about what I feel like to be the first singer from Czech Republic to reach the final of this important festival in Europe.
I mean, it was quite an incredible experience. The reason why I did it, mainly because I mean, it's a pop competition pretty much. It's just that I just really felt like I wanted to, represent my country really well. And I just felt that I was up for the job. And it was just an honor that they asked me to do it. So getting into the final and be the first, in the history was just awesome. It was a great feeling. And I just hope that I made my country very proud. And overall, the experience was just different. It was just great, many cultures. It's kind of like, it was like Olympic Games, but kind of musical stuff. So overall, great experience. It was my pleasure to do it. And we actually worked with Sweden. So they're like one of the most melodic countries in Europe. So again, just meeting different cultures and different people, musicians from countries, was kind of cool.
Ok, bueno, yo le estaba preguntando que yo sigo su carrera desde la participación que ella tuvo en este evento que se llama Eurovisión, que es, yo diría que el evento más importante en cuanto a participación musical en Europa se trata. Y bueno, ella me dice que su experiencia pues fue muy agradable, que fue un honor para ella participar a nombre de la República Checa, que fue la primera vez que la República Checa llegaba en este evento tan importante a una final con un artista originario. Y bueno, él compartió con diferentes culturas, resalta mucho Suecia, que Suecia pues es uno de los países más con mayor producción musical que hay en cuanto a rock y a pop se refiere. Y bueno, que para ella fue realmente muy interesante e importante esta participación en Eurovision. Okay, Gabriela, you were considered one of the best female singers in Europe, and something happened and you decided to go to North America to study at Ken Tamplin's Academy with the desire to improve your technique. What motivated you to make this decision?
I don't think it was, I mean, it was kind of natural for me, just because when I go back to when I was 12 or 13 years old, I just had that big dream, right? It was big arenas and stadiums and being a rock and metal singer. And I always associated that with being in the United States and speaking English. And sometimes like the big project is very hard to create from small countries. So you just need to do that. You need to kind of move yourself, away to be able to do some of the stuff. So it was kind of just, I was born in a very small village in Czech Republic, very small. Even making it to Prague, which is the capital city, it's a big deal. And with that helped me, the version of American Idol, Czech and Slovak Idol. So I knew right away, though it was great pleasure and I learned so much being in the Czech music industry, that I just kind of, it's like a train that's just not going to stop. It's going to go and I'm going to move. And there was a point in 2013 when I just felt like there's so much space for growth as a vocalist. I had troubles with my voice. I did not speak any English. And so there was a point when I'm like, I pack my stuff, take my 2 luggages and I'm just going to LA, and I'll, we got in common with Ken Tamplin. He loved my voice and he just said, look, like, I want to help you. I want to get you a great tech, so you can just take this to a whole new level. So there was a point when I just had to go. And so it felt very natural, and it felt like something that I had to do in order to be better, to grow, to become a better musician, better singer, and better person overall.
Ok, bueno, ella nos está diciendo ahí, le estaba preguntando que ella fue considerada a través de lo que ganó en Europa, la fama que obtuvo mientras estuvo en el Eurovision, ella mencionó ahí en American Idol, la versión europea, y cómo ella decide en ese punto irse a Norteamérica, a la academia de Ken Tamplin. Esta academia es de un gran músico que es muy reconocido en los Estados Unidos y que es un coach de muchos grandes vocalistas. Ella toma esa decisión de irse a Norteamérica y dice que es principalmente porque en la República Checa, donde ella vive, pues es una villa pequeña y donde la industria musical pues no es tan afianzada. Eso fue una de sus motivaciones. Además, pues quería aprender bien el inglés para sus proyectos. Y bueno, la motivación vocal también. Se contactó con Ken Tamplin y él le dijo, quiero ayudarte a mejorar tu técnica vocal, a subir el nivel, más de lo que los tienes. Eso es aterrador, pero genial. O sea, fue como su motivación para llegar a los Estados Unidos, donde se encuentra actualmente Gabriela. Ok, Gabriela. Gabriela, what has been your best live performance so far?
Well, that's trying to think. we had great tours with TSO. Rock Meets, like TSO is more America, you know, the arenas in Western America. Rock Meets Classic, mostly Germany and Switzerland and Europe. I think probably the best one was the first show with TSO. Because imagine, I mean, I'm coming from a small country, you know, from Europe, and I'm coming to the United States, and it's not even my language, it's not even my culture, really. I'm like, I was like 22 years old, and Al Petrelli, you know, would introduce me in front of, you know, 20,000 people sitting in the arena, you know, dark, and he would introduce me and just say my name, and then the whole arena is just waiting for me to start singing, you know. And it was a magical moment, because it was like, it was kind of a dream come true in a way. And also then when I finished my songs and finished my performance, the first applause and like really welcoming me, you know, in the United States, and loving my singing, was just the most rewarding, beautiful thing that I went through. So that probably will be my favorite live performance so far.
Ok, bueno, ella dice que fue en Estados Unidos, donde se encontró ya con una arena llena de miles de personas, y donde dijo, hey, voy aquí a mostrar mis canciones, todo, y pues fue allá en Norteamérica donde se está dando todo esto. Ok, Gabriela, I see your last cover collaboration with the legends, Rudy Sarzo, former Ozzy Osbourne,
Joel.
I can remember.
Joel Hoekstra.
Okay, Joel Hoekstra. With
and Mary.
It's from Whitesnake.
Yes, he's from Whitesnake. Yes.
Yeah, and Ken K. Mary from Flotsam and Jetsam.
Yes.
Wow, this cover is great. Let's go to see this cover and come back in Rockline.
Okay. Awesome.
Conectamos tus sentidos con lo mejor del rock.
It's the same old story all over again. You turn a lover into just another friend. I wanna love you, I wanna make you mine. Want you laid on the line. I'm tired of playing foolish games. I'm tired of all your lies, it's making me insane. I don't ask for much, the truth will do just fine. Won't you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line. Don't waste more time.
Ok, estamos de vuelta con Gabriela Gunčíková, directamente desde los Estados Unidos. Pues ya sabemos, ella es cantante originaria de la República Checa y es una de las mejores cantantes a nivel mundial actualmente, para mí. Eso lo diré siempre. Y estábamos viéndola con tremendas leyendas. El señor Ruiz Sarzo, quien ha estado con Ozzy Osbourne, quien estuvo creo que con Quiet Riot, el señor Joel Hoekstra, que es el guitarrista actual de Whitesnake, y el señor Ken Tamplin, quien es actualmente baterista de la banda Flotsam and Jetsam, pero ha sido también baterista de bandas como Accept y Alice Cooper. Y vemos allí a Gabriela en medio de estas tremendas leyendas con esa poderosa voz e increíble voz que tiene, haciendo un clásico de la banda Trump, que es, bueno, un clásico de clásicos de todos los tiempos del rock metal de los 80s. Okay, Gabriela, you have recorded 2 albums in your original language. Do you plan to record the next one in English? Please tell me that it will be for rock and roll.
Absolutely. It will be absolutely in English. If I would speak Spanish, I would make it in Spanish, but I don't, unfortunately. So it's going to be in English, 100%. I mean, you know, it's been years of speaking in English, and I call myself pretty fluent now, so I can really afford it to do it in English. And yes, I do have this very ambitious, incredible project that I'm actually working on. It's not a solo project. It won't be just Gabriela Gunčíková. It will be a band. It is a band. And I personally, I have kind of 2 sounds as a singer. I have a rock sound, which is this one more like laid on the line. It's a softer voice with like a little bit of grit. And then I have a metal sound, which is way heavier sound. And it's just something that I feel way more comfortable. I love blues rock, I love hard rock, but I feel even way more comfortable in metal music, the heavier stuff. So it will be for sure more on the metal side. And so I hope you're going to, you know, hear it soon. I'm currently working on it, but it's pretty ambitious. I would rather release something really cool and incredible that maybe takes some time, but take it to the level of perfection where I'm just, you know, very satisfied with the product, rather than just rush into stuff and then not be 100% satisfied.
Ok, bueno, ella nos está dando aquí un tremendo spoiler. Está trabajando en un proyecto muy ambicioso, no solo como Gabriela Gunčíková, sino también como con una banda. Bueno, me imagino que serán tremendos músicos y bueno, está trabajando en esto. Dice que sí va a ser en inglés. La pregunta era si su trabajo, el que sigue, iba a ser en su idioma original o en inglés. Ella dice sí, va a ser en inglés. Dice que no habla mucho español, que para el futuro será, pero que este va a ser en inglés. Y le decía que tenía que ser puro rock and roll, que eso es lo que todos esperamos, y me dice que sí, que pueden estar tranquilos, que va a ser muy rockero, muy rock metal. Así que bueno, eso aviva todas las esperanzas y todas las expectativas con lo que se viene con Gabriela, tremenda vocalista que tenemos hoy aquí en Rockline. Bueno, ahora le vamos a hacer una pregunta que tiene que ver con las chicas rockeras a nivel mundial. Okay, Gabriela, today women are becoming great rock metal singers all over the planet. In North America, there are Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm and Taylor Momsen from Pretty Reckless, Maria Brinks from In This Moment. In Europe, you are, and Darius Ariskaya, Nora Lohimo, among others. How do you feel about belonging to this generation of rock power girls worldwide?
Well, it's a great pleasure to even hear that I'm in the same category, you know, like with Lizzie Hale. I think, you know, she's definitely awesome, and all the other girls. I'm just very excited, you know, to hear female voices kicking ass for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible because I mean, really, I personally, and there's just all of this political movement going on. I'm not going to go into it, but you know, in the movie industry and in the music industry, some of the women felt like they were just victim and they were not appreciated enough, and men were just paid well and the women weren't. So I don't feel like I'm part of this at all, because I think that the rock and metal industry was always very welcoming to female artists as well. And I personally felt just always very welcomed and appreciated and respected by all the musicians and people that I worked with. And it was always a great pleasure. I think metalheads are probably like the nicest people, you know, that you actually meet. So it's a great pleasure. And for me, like being a female artist, I just always think kind of what can I come up, you know, with something new and fresh that would just contribute to the rock and metal scene, something that just would be new and fresh and cool. And so that's what I'm mostly concerned about, is like, how can I actually contribute to the scene, and make it, you know, whatever, better, stronger, more interesting, you know, more popular, whatever. So that is my main concern, but it is a pleasure to be, you know, in the same category with these artists.
Okay. Dice que se siente genial estar en esa categoría donde están pues tan grandes artistas, tan grandes vocalistas femeninas. Le decía yo que cómo se sentía ella estando en este nuevo, ¿cómo decir? En este nuevo momento de las vocalistas femeninas de rock metal a nivel mundial, donde hay vocalistas tan importantes como Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm, está Nora Lujimo en Europa, está ella, está Arias Arizcaya por aquí, en Rockline han pasado varias y nos hemos dado cuenta cómo el papel femenino en el rock metal cada vez se hace más fuerte. Ella dice que le encanta estar ahí en este momento, que bueno, que en un principio sí, la industria musical había pues ciertas diferencias entre el papel que hacía un hombre y el papel que hace una mujer, pero hoy en día es otra cosa y ellas están, como decimos aquí, rompiéndola, y que a ella le encanta estar ahí en esa categoría y en ese momento. Así que bueno, genial esta respuesta de Gabriela. Gabriela, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for your time. And one last question. Would you like to visit South America and tour? And which are the countries that most attract your attention, like Colombia, for example?
Well, I mean, everyone, all the musicians know that the hottest crowd is in South America. If you want to have the experience of your life as a musician, you go to Brazil, you know, you go to Chile, and you know, you get a love that you've never got before. So absolutely, I mean, since I saw like Rock in Rio when I was a child and some of the concerts, I was like, what? Like, this is incredible. So of course, I mean, I hope that in the future, when I put all of this together, that we can just totally, you know, go and do the whole of South America. It would be amazing, you know, and not just because of the crowd, but also, you know, for the countries itself, you know, they're beautiful. So I love to travel. I love to meet new cultures. So it's on my bucket list right now.
Okay, Gabriela, I want to see you in Rock in Rio and Rock al Parque Colombia, and no festivals in South America.
Getting ready for it.
Okay, Gabriela, this is the end of this interview, and please, could you present the great cover, Another Day from Dream Theater? Could you please present for the Rockliners and South America fans?
You want to send it or sing?
Yeah, okay.
No. I'm not warmed up. I just need to understand what you said. Sorry.
present this cover.
Present.
Sí, present. Okay.
Present. All right. Well, I mean, this cover, I love Dream Theater, of course. And James Labrie is an incredible singer, you know, so it was my pleasure, you know, to do a cover of the song. And I kind of just tried to just challenge myself a little bit what I can do with it. So I think you guys are going to like the very long note just before the solo. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And here it is.
Okay. Ok, vamos entonces a continuación con Gabriela Gunčíková. Le estaba diciendo que presentara este tremendo cover de Dream Theater, que es Another Day, que ella hizo hace unas semanas atrás, creo que fue. Y bueno, nos sorprendió a todos con ese nivel vocal que tiene ahora. O sea, las clases con Ken han funcionado perfectamente. Vamos a ver ese cover. Le estaba diciendo, me había entendido que si lo quería cantar, que no, hubiese sido genial. Pero bueno, ya la veremos en vivo en algún momento por aquí en Sudamérica. Y esto fue Rockline con esta rock power girl europea, Gabriela Gunčíková. Gabriela, see you in the future.
Absolutely.
Thank you for accepting this
Thank you very much. It
invitation.
was a pleasure. Thank you.
Solo tocamos éxitos en Rockline.
Live another day, climb a little higher, find another reason to stay. Ashes in your hands, mercy in your eyes. If you're searching for a silent sky, you won't find it here. Looking out the way, you won't find it here. So die another day. The coldness of these words, the message in his silence, faced a candle to the wind. There's distance in my voice, he's leaving you a choice. So if you're looking for a time to run away, won't find it here. Looking out the way, you won't find it here. So try another day. They took pictures of our traps, ran on beyond the steps, and said maybe when it's right for you they'll fall. But if they don't come down, resist the need to pull them in and throw them away. Better to send them astray than surrender to the secret You won't find it here. Looking out the way, you won't find it here. So try another day.
Somos tu conexión con el rock.
Risk my soul, test my life for my breath. Spend my time lost in space. Am I